separate representation through a mix of town councils and town committees. The district is a collection of separate communities, each with its own unique identity and history, something which is reflected in people saying they come from their community of Otaki through to Paikakariki, rather than saying they come from the Kapiti coast. We know that the sense of community identity even extends to the contiguous communities of Pararamu and Raumati. The present arrangements have not frustrated a strategic district-wide focus when it's been proposed. This is illustrated by the fact that the present council was supported by the 4 boards in a move from community-based funding for the 3 waters to district-wide funding for those 3 waters in the new LTCCP that was introduced last year. The objector's assertion that the district is overrepresented has to be contrasted with the fact that when our communities have had an opportunity to have a say, they've seen the present number of elected members in council and the 4 boards as one of the strengths of our local democracy. And they've not complained about funding those arrangements through their rates. The strength of local government in New Zealand lies in the fact that communities can, within the law, themselves determine what their own representation arrangements are, and can choose something different from other councils. What other councils choose to do is not relevant. Taking each of the objector's assertions under the heading of overrepresentation in turn, A, voting is not confusing as the small number of spoiled ballots shows. Rather, and this is a particularly important point to our district as well as our own individual communities, if electors were denied an opportunity to vote for their ward and board candidates, we would predict a fall-off in participation because the process becomes too remote from most electors' community concerns. Our present community organisation into wards and boards is a public good which fulfils the considerations required by the Local Electoral Act. The democratic services is not high, as is contended, and would in any case not be significantly affected by having 2 fewer boards. Point C. The suggestion that the budget is spread too thin appears to be code that if boards were abolished, councillors would receive more money and this might attract more young people. Without resigning from what remains in that paragraph, Madam Chair, I take your point and omit it. Also for the same reason, I omit paragraph 12. Again, not resigning from what's said there, simply to avoid extending the hearing. Final paragraph. This local democracy in Kapiti district needs to be sustained by preserving the status quo with the fine-tuning contained in the Council's final proposal. We ask the Commission to